This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Countries by newspaper. Novels' first lines. Best female rock vocal Grammys. Missing links. Science grab bag. And historic construction. Player 1, 1995. You ought to know. Player 1? Right. Player 1994. Come to my window. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's right. Way to go. Player 1. Answer. The Daily Double. And you have a clue. 1979. Hot Stuff. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. 1981. Fire and Ice. Player 1. Right. You 2000. There goes the neighborhood. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes. Player 1. El Sol de Tehuacan. The Acapulco Times. Okay, Player 1. Good for you. So the Brunswickan. The Edmonton Examiner. Okay, Player 1. That's right. Way to go. So Haaretz. Yediot Ahronot. It's Player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else? Here's what we were looking for. Israel. We have the Cape Times, the Volksblad. Yes, Player 1? That's correct. Player the Daily 1. Punjab, the Balochistan Post. Okay, Player 1? That's not it. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's what we wanted. Pakistan. Player 1, you pick again, please. When it was completed in 1931, the Empire State Building surpassed this building as the tallest in the world. Yes, Player 1? No, that's not right. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, Player 3? Any other takers? Okay, Player 2. Right. Where do we begin, player 2? This waterway was first excavated around the 1800s BC. Excavation began on the present version April 25, 1859 AD. Let's hear it, player 1. Good. After Charles Bulfinch became its architect in 1818, he added the rotunda and the west central portico. Let's hear it, player 1. That's it. Sarah?
Built to immortalize Shah Jahan's wife, the Taj Mahal was completed around 1650 in this Indian city.
Let's hear it, player 1. Hey, you're right. An idea since Napoleon's time, this $15 billion link runs underwater for 23 of its 31 miles. Okay, player 1. Hey, you're right.
Yeah! Woo!
Please pick again, player 1. Write up your blank oop. It's player 1. Right you are.
Yeah! Woo!
We're Hi-O blank wedding anniversary. Player 1. Yep. So break the blank of America. Okay, player 1. Right. Player 1. Fall by the blank in. Yes, player 1. You got it. We news blank photography. It's player 1. That's correct. Player 1. Orwell. Mr. Jones of the Manor Farm had locked the hen houses for the night. It's player 1. You are correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Fitzgerald. In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind. Okay, player 1. Hey, you're right. You Tolstoy. Well, Prince, so Genoa and Lucca are now just family estates of the Bonapartes. Okay, player 1. Correct. Player Golding. 1. The boy with fair hair lowered himself down and began to pick his way toward the lagoon. It's player 1. You are correct. So, Charlotte Bronte. There was no possibility of taking a walk that day. Let's hear it, player 1. Correct. Please pick. These cells from human embryos can grow into any type of tissue and may someday cure diabetes and Alzheimer's. Yes, player 1? That's right. Way to go. Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus are called this type of planet after a Roman god. Okay, player 1. Good for you. Player 1. A material called URHGE can be manipulated into being a resistance-free super this. Okay, player 1.
Yeah!
We're not faking. Alphabetically, it's last among the elements on the periodic table. Yes, player 1.
Yeah!
Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Here's Kelly to start us off.
The two main kinds of lens are diverging and this type. that bends rays of light inward so they meet at the focal point.
Yes, player one? Good.
Yeah! Woo!
Player three, you're going first in the Double Jeopardy round when we return. We start the Double Jeopardy categories with this one. Hello, Delhi. Endgame. World leaders. Science adjectives. Quotable movies. And literary bears. Player three, start us. In 1999, Thabo Mbeki, who fought to eliminate apartheid, became leader of this country. It's player one. Right.
Yeah! Woo!
Player one. Hu Jintao became the General Secretary of the Communist Party in 2002 and leader of this country in 2003. Player one? Right. Here's Jimmy with the clue.
The country whose flag is seen here elected its first female chancellor in 2005.
It's player one. That is correct. Answer? One of the daily doubles. And you're in the lead now. Player one, please select your wager. Answer this. In 2006, Stephen Harper of this country's Conservative Party became its prime minister. However, you keep your lead. We're talking about Canada. Player in 2008, Tillman Thomas became prime minister of this Caribbean country invaded by the U.S. in 1983. Yes, player one? That is correct. You again, player one. I think I'll just have a nosh. A bagel, cream cheese, and the Nova Scotia type of this. Yes, player one?
Yeah!
Player I'll have one of these city omelets stuffed with ham, onions, and green peppers. Okay, player one?
Yeah!
You are correct. Player one? Someone pass me this noodle pudding filled with raisins and nuts. Let's hear it, player one. Sorry. Anyone else? Yes, player three? Right you are, on the plus side again. Player three, make a selection, please, as we continue. My father assured him that either his signature or his brains would be on the contract. Let's hear it, player one. Yep. Player one, there was a Stonehenge monument on the stage that was in danger of being crushed by a dwarf. Yes, player one? Yes. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberries. Player one? That is correct. Player you one? You can't handle the truth. Yes, player one? Right. Player one. Spartans, enjoy your breakfast, for tonight we dine in hell. Yes, player one? Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. 300. Player one? Answer. The other daily double. And you're in the lead now. Player one, please select. And the daily double clue. It's a good night for one of these Jewish turnovers with a meat or potato filling. Congratulations, you're still in first, player one. Something smells fishy. Must be this chopped fish patty mixed with crumbs and eggs and served cold in a jellied broth. It's player one. That's correct. Player one, you pick a... This literary bear started life as a real teddy bear bought as a toy for Christopher Milne. Player one? Good.
Yeah! Woo!
Player Created one. By Walt Morey, this docile bear lives in the Alaskan wilderness. Yes, player one? Hey, you're right.
Yeah! Woo!
Player this one? Bear got his name from the London train station where he was first found after arriving from Peru. Let's hear it, player one.
Yeah!
Right. Player on one. This doctor's island, you'll find a bear bull and an old woman made of vixen and bear. Okay, player one.
Yeah!
That's correct. Player one. His story, The Bear, recounts an annual hunting expedition in Yoknapatawpha County, Mississippi. Okay, player one. Correct. Player one, choose again. Christmas in Calais or Cannes? It's player one. Good. In a song from the film The Jungle Book, these are bear. Let's hear it, player one. That is correct. This Latin term means it does not follow. Hey, what's for lunch? Okay, player one. Yes. Evil gold hoarders are the title guys in Wagner's Ring of the This. Let's hear it, player one. Correct. From the Arabic for hunting horn. It's another name for mother of pearl. Okay, player one. That is correct. Please pick again. Because they're most active after dark, opossums are described as this, Latin for of the night. Yes, player one? Right you are. Pumice, which floats on water because of little air pockets, is described as this, from the Greek for passage. Let's hear it, player one. You are correct. This 10-letter adjective describes a medical condition that was present at birth. It's player one. That is correct. Let's take it over to Kelly.
Hydrogen and oxygen atoms bind tightly together to create water molecules by sharing electrons in this type of bond, from the Latin for strong together.
Player one? Good. And the $2,000 clue? Sarcasm aside, this word from the Greek for burning describes a substance that causes corrosion. Okay, player one. Sorry. Anyone else? Let's hear it, player three. That's correct. Congratulations to all of you. You'll be continuing on to Final Jeopardy when we come back. This is the Final Jeopardy category for today. Historic New York City. What are you going to wager? Our Final Jeopardy clue today is the USA's first Labor Day parade in 1882 went from City Hall to this square just north of 14th Street. Let's see your response. And that correct response will add... What did you put as your response? And that will set you back. What did you say? Sorry, that incorrect response will drop your score by... Congratulations, player one. You are our new champion. So long.